Happy today. I am William Brown from IamWilliamBrown.com. This is Happy Today Morning Reflections. And yeah, I think I mentioned to a couple times that we have moved um, very close to the place that we were in the same neighborhood. We just kind of got a little more space. But I wanted to broadcast from inside today because it's kind of how I woke up today. I woke up today, I'm going to say determined, but there's this sober reality that there's a lot of there's still a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do in the move. There's a lot of stuff to work within myself. There's a lot of work to within my business, and I'm determined to make a difference in that area. So I wanted to, as they say, the scene of the crime. There is, you can't see this. And I'm going to work real hard today and tomorrow. It's my goal to have a level of normalcy or something that I can tolerate and grow in this space. There's a lot of things, a lot of decisions that I didn't make before the move, so it made the move harder, longer, and now there's a lot of mess for me to clean up. So here is the opportunity. I am going to pick a card. A card is purpose. I am purpose. My you are card is you are complete. And the quote card for this morning, I'll just pick it right away, is be you, do you, for you. I'd hate to say that some of these cards are like old hat, and they're just kind of, like there's billboards out there that, the first time you see them, they're exciting and they're like, ooh, that's cool and everything like that. And, after a while, the billboard, it's there, but it becomes invisible. There's a number of things in my life that are just around a lot, so they become invisible to me. They don't become as effective as initially as designed. The word for today on one word conversations is standard. That should be a very interesting conversation to look at how our standard is showing up for me in my life. The standard. I hear that a lot. That's the standard, and so I'm going to look at that today. I also have, since it's Tuesday, I have the solopreneur conversations, and the conversation is around what are you worth? What are you worth? So that should be an interesting conversation too for solopreneurs and everything. It's like, I was going to say, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of difficult to not, kind of like unpack and just kind of, get back to business and get back to doing what needs to be done. Because I know from my consulting time and my consulting business, I would uh, say that I wouldn't like to help people, with their hair on fire, because, they would bring me in and says, "Hey, this is a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem. Help me with this problem." I help them with that problem, and then they just move on. So they like go back to normal. I like to um, see why this is a problem, why this showing up. Um, why this happened in the first place. And most of the times people don't have time for that time of reflection. And so, I can look around this room, a room that, I'm grateful for. Um, I, um, it really took over our living space before. Um, the stuff that's in it, the living space and the storage space and some of the bedroom space. That Yeah, I'm just not gonna. I'm just That's just not. That's not the way. That's not the standard. That's not the new way. In order for me to live a life of abundance, live a life of love. Um, I can't be bogged down with crap, with stuff that I hope or wish that I can get the value out of it that when I first brought it in my life. So um, yeah, so there's a lot of dumping. This is I will label this day Dumping Tuesday. You know, so there's a lot of things that I'm just going to release. So because I am purpose, I am complete. I don't need all this stuff. I don't need all the things. There are things that I do need. I I Tools to help me move forward in a lot of different things, but there is clearly things that are no longer of value, no longer a part of this journey forward that I need to let go, and I get to let go, and I want to let go. Um, there is a number of things that I'm grateful for. And, October was a difficult month for me. I haven't shared that, most of that, but I've pretty much for the last 5 years have kind of checked out on October. And October, um, um, was a day that I didn't check out, but I was kind of in and out. There were a lot of things. There were a lot of things that just kind of showed up, emotions, and a lot of things that showed up last month that I was dealing with and not dealing with. Let's just say that. So, yeah, I am really looking forward to kind of dumping out all the things, selling the things that I want to get a new chair. I want to work on a green screen. So hopefully I'll get the resources to get that within a week, a week or so. I want to kind of keep the momentum of moving forward. Um, when I was talking to my coach the other day about growing pains and expansion. There is some pain that occurs during that time, and it felt and it's feeling the same way as um, I guess negative pain, or pain that happens when there's destruction. So um, I don't want to say dying pain and growing pains. I don't know if that's a thing. can feel the same way, but they're totally different results, totally different things at the end of that. And so, how can we today not just know the difference, but embrace them, um, and move within that? Like I said, I'm still getting used to, my setup here. And so it should be fun. But I just wanted to come inside and really kind of be with my stuff. The one thing that I will bring into this conversation here, because I put it on my thing. My mentor has the mentor and coach. Lisa Santiago McNeil is so many things to me. And so I have, not just with my cards, I have picked her cards for today. I am, an original work of art. That's Psalms 139:19. So I am an original work of art. There it is. I have abundance. I have abundance. It is Psalms 37:11, and I do great things. I do great things. So those are not just cards for today. Those are the cards that I'm going to sit with and be with. I don't want to say until they come to pass, but until they're more a part of my life. You know, too often in my spiritual journey, I would, I would say that I didn't treat God as Santa Claus. Yeah, kind of like, this is what I want. This is what I want, and I'll pray to you to get what I want, type of thing. But in some cases, that's how it was showing up. And so, that's not it. It's more about, my prayers are more about staying in it, retaining, always having these tools available, always having a remembrance that I am an original work of art. Always, always have an awareness that I have abundance. I have abundance. And I just realized something, that sometimes I'm a little slow, but in the framework of a lot of my coaching, it's be, do, have is the concept, is the thing that we work on. And most of my coaching, if not all of my coaching, is in the quadrant, or in the first thing of be. We recognize who we be. The more that we recognize who we be, the more that we can do. There is a doing to our being. The more that we show up as ourselves, the more that we can do the things that are in alignment of who we are. So then we can have the life that we want. And the life that I want is a life of abundance. So the be, do, have, the I am statement, the declaration of that caused me to do. So have that statement, the declaration that I have, that I am an original work of art that do great things, to have abundance. And the more that I embrace that, the more that I live that, the more that I am reminded of that, that I can live my purpose. I can recognize that I am complete, and I can be you, do you, for you. Because when we do things for ourselves, we are really doing things for others. Yeah. looking at all my stuff, I recognize that, I shared this a couple of times with some people that I spoke with yesterday, Monday, the first day of the week, after the move, that I used to think that I didn't like moving. It's like, oh, moving is so terrible and everything like that. But the more that I sat with it, it's not that I don't like moving. I don't like packing. It's those micro, it's those micro decisions. And sometimes those decisions on the fly, those decisions that say, do I really need this? Do I want to deal with this? Do I want to be responsible for this? Do I want to pack this? And most of the times when we don't make those decisions, we just carry them along with us and deal with it later. We really don't deal with it later. And I realized that there was a number of areas in my life that I didn't want to make the small decisions. And because I'm not making those small decisions, they grow into big decisions, more painful decisions, more lasting decisions. And yeah, that's what I realized that I don't like. Because within that, there's a fear that I'm going to get something wrong. So because I don't want to be wrong, I don't want to do anything wrong, I don't make the decisions. But as I've learned in the past, that actions and inactions produce results. And so all those inactions, all those decisions that I have put off produce results of mess, produce results of not being fulfilled, produce results of things that I do not want in my life. Yeah. So as I look around and I want to find a place for things to be and to go, I realize that it's no judgment, but there's no longer a place for a lot of things that I have. I'm okay with that. Yeah. There's a part of me that just wants to start Dump Tuesday, Dump It Tuesday. I have declared today, Dump It Tuesday. What do I need to dump? As I look around, I can see all the areas, all the things that I need to dump. I just need to get rid of. I need to let go because abundance is waiting for me. But it can't come. It will not come until I make room. I guess the question that I ask for you, what is the standard? What is inviting you to give it room, to give yourself room so it can come in? What is looking to come into your life that you do not have room for? Because there are things there, stuff there that have no longer use. It may still have value, but it has no longer use. And I think that's what I'll speak for myself. That's where I get confused. It still has value. I recognize that it still has value, but it doesn't have use for me. So it's not something that I want to throw away. And I want to give away. And so, yeah. So that's who woke up today. Yeah. So, as this day continues, it is my prayer that we acknowledge that we are purpose and that we are complete and that there is a freedom when we be ourselves, so we can do who the things um, that are a benefit to us, so we can have the life that we want and have the relationships that we want and have the support that we want. Um, that we are an original work of art. We do great things and we have an abundant life. We have an abundant life. What is the standard? There's a word today on One Word Conversation. The word is standard. And on my Solopreneur show, it is, what are you worth? What are you worth? What are you worth? So that's at 1 o'clock and at 11. Yeah. What are you worth? Got it. I've been sitting with that for a while, but it can go from there. So I'll see you at 11. Disconnect to Connect, One Word Conversations, where the word is standard. And I will see you at 1 p.m. for Solopreneurs Conversations. And the question is, what are you worth? So great. Have a great rest of the morning. And so as I do, I invite the acknowledgement of the fears and disappointments of my past and the anxiety of my future and hopes of my future. I become present. So it is my prayer that you have a happy today. Blessings, my friend, and I will see you at 11 a.m.